This tank is a T100LT. This is a Russian Tier 10 light tank. The map is Live Oaks. This is a ranked battle. I'm in Division 3, and we're going to advance really quickly. You notice I am using premium rounds, which I do use for ranked battles. This is an excellent tank. I absolutely highly recommend it. One of my favorite tanks in the game, and this was my best performing tank for ranked battles. So one of the things you can do, you can knock this tree down to passively spot. You can also drive around in circles right in this area and use the mounds to protect your hull so the enemy can't shoot at you. You'll be hull down. You just keep driving around through there. So what I'm going to do is I drive through here. If you watch me scout this out, you drive through here and then you head this way. And guess what? We didn't spot any enemy tanks. So now my allies know that the enemy didn't come to town. And look how far away that 60 TP is. He's so far away. You want to fire at him because you want him to know that there's danger. I don't want him to come to town. I've got 3 tanks, the Jagdpanzer, the IS-7, and the Grill. I want them to get into town as quickly as possible. This is the ranked battles for the 3rd division, which means that they might not do it. These are the chicken players. In the 2nd division, they definitely would have advanced into town. The 2nd division, the players were really good. Not as good as me, but they were really good. So we're going to do some, obviously, passive scouting. I should probably deal with that EBR because he could be a threat to my allies. Those EBRs, they're afraid to drive into town. So I'm not that worried, and I know that my allies are probably aware of that. My allies are just going to drive into town to protect themselves. So now the issue is, how do we spot these guys? When you play, you think, well, there's a 60 TP still out there in the open. Chances are he's moved to a safe place. He's probably hiding behind a building somewhere. Gotta wait for my allies to get into position before I advance. So we found the 60 TP. I could have fired a shot at him. Got the Grill approaching. EBR went for the SPG. That was the SPG's fault. The SPG should have either followed us and come to the A1 position, which would have been really smart, or he should have come down over here to the rails. People don't know how to play. So now the 60 TP, we want to keep him spotted. We want to cap. We want him to come out. I don't think he was a good player. I seem to recall that his positioning was always poor. Like, I'd literally be right in front of him and he would point his gun away from me. I can see that the Progetto and the 430U could possibly threaten my allies. I am worried about that. I don't want them to do that. I'm not worried about this 60 TP because I know he's not a good player. Scores 9-4. Okay, so my team is now advancing on the east. Some of them are going back to reset cap. You see, I drove right in front of that guy. He didn't even fire. And he's being taken out, obviously. I'm getting spotting damage. That's 1,200. I'm just playing with him. I believe that's a solid wall, and you cannot fire through that wall. Tanks will hide in there. Wow, he hit me for 750, and I blocked it. I see that my ally is going to knock him off, so I let my ally do it. And if the enemy had fired, I would have gone in and taken a shot. I'm not worried about getting the kill or doing the damage. I don't think I didn't get spotting damage for that, but it's just part of the game. But it was smart gameplay. I do actually play with teamwork. Okay, that's the game.